What's up guys, Artillboy here. Today we're going to be doing another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Tiger-USA survival knife. So, let's begin. Another story I'm going to have to tell. So, let's get started, or talk about this guy. So, I went to Arkansas, and as you can definitely know from one-siders, that's where I got the infamous katana. And nearly at the end of the trip, I decided to buy this guy. Yes, unlike the another specific sword that I wanted to get, that was like $300 and didn't get it. That's a story for another time. So, this is basically, oh yeah, another thing I will be telling you that there's actually a silver variant to this one. So, that's kind of a thing. So, this design of the knife looks kind of like one of those tracker knives, the Tops tracker, like that, or basically a combination of a kukri, a clip point, and well, kind of like the Tops tracker, but more like a kukri shaped. With, and of course, the serration edge is, well, very mean looking. I could tell you. Yeah, that's the sawback edge. Of course, I got the handle itself. And, oh, what's that? There's also a cap inside there that, let's see. There's the compass. There's a little spring inside there. And, of course, it comes with... So, you got tweezers, fishing kit, a couple matches, a pencil, and that might be just a piece of paper or something, which there's a little capsule out there, which is actually quite nice out there. So let's go see what's inside this thing. Okay, so we'll focus out there. So there's a little spring, and that's the little tang in there. Yeah, the whole tang, the full tang itself. So let's put this guy in. Let's do the little size compare, or the little size, and yeah, it's gonna take a little long to get this thing in there. So size on the blade. Size on the blade is 9 inches. Meanwhile, for the handle is basically 6 inches. Meanwhile, for the overall design is 14.5 inches. But the funny weird part about it, you could see from the... It's basically of like a ½ inch. Again, a ½ inch out there. And almost near to, well, basically pretty tiny out there. So let's test this bad boy out. So the results out there is now this is good for a water bottle. Ooh, look at that! Look at that's. I think that wasn't even the cut itself. I think it didn't like cut through the bottle itself. Like, ugh. It's like a hammer damage, not a knife damage. But this is the only good one because the rest is basically crap, like garbage. You could look. Here's like a bunch of like strikes I got with this, with a couple strikes with that one. Yeah, it's not that sharp. Let me see about this. If it's actually gonna be this sharp, then I won't. Maybe that's my fault for that. And oh god, it isn't even that sharp. Gotta have to. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those, like, you're gonna have to, like, stab it and then saw it with it. Well, without the saw end. Meanwhile, for the, not this striking hand, but the slashing end on this one is not really good. I mean, I like keep constantly hitting it a lot of times, and it just, like, I mean, that's not really big damage and all. Yeah, that's just like kind of feels like those Pakistani like curved dagger of all things. And then the striking end is just not even that good. Look, that's on top of it. But since I have to like completely destroy it, so it didn't do the job done. It didn't do the job done. Which is just not right. You know what's kind of embarrassing between it, which is really bad? These two, this is the same price. I paid $30, or rather $35 to be exact, just for this guy. Just for a better replacement for the mall katana. Yeah, that piece of crap. But you know what's so embarrassing about it? Because I paid, well, actually, these basically cost $30 I paid as a Christmas present. And they're both, like, two-pack of all things. Like, you're telling me this is better than this guy itself. No surprise by that one. And by the size on this guy, it is actually even, by the size on this one is, the Sagvari Tanto is a little bigger than this guy. I like the design and all, but the problem is, well, it's not. It's a little. It's sharp, but it's not gonna be like cutting through harder materials. I mean, chopping on wood was pretty good, but you know, it's the. So yeah, it's another one of these. And I've seen people not a fan of this, but the. Yep, it's another one of those, you know, those hollow handles, you know, need to have, like, survival pieces inside of it, unfortunately. And the thing is, I'm going to say this about my opinion about it, which you could probably know from here. That's the tang. That is the tang inside of it. That's a little awkward to it. And by the size, or rather by this whole thing, yeah, it's not really a good knife if it's basically just relies on, or rather have a hollow handle survival knife being rather just kind of feels more like a gimmick than anything else. Like, it's more feel like a gimmick than anything else. Like, if you kind of really know that I'd rather have a knife with a full tang. This is an acceptable tang. Like, it's actually go through the handle. I'd rather have that of a full tang handle with a big old pouch on that so I can put a bunch of accessories on that. Or basically probably need maybe get a bag to actually grab that and actually use that. So I give the Tiger USA survival knife an astounding of a 6 out of 10. At least I didn't just, have the whole handle being disassembled like the Harbor Freight. It does some pretty good cuts like them other two. And it's not like kind of just the going to like rattle and stuff like that. So that's another good thing about that. Like better than the M9 bayonet clone. You could probably know that one. But again, it's one of those survival knives. They're not really going to like slashing stuff. It won't be like, very much more being combative look, but more of a basically for, I think, cutting like branches and stuff like that. That's about it. But it won't be, it's like, oh yeah, this knife's okay, but I kind of prefer this one. And what's pretty embarrassing? Testing the tomahawk with the bottles, even if it's even the blade, even the whole blade on the tomahawk, it's actually more smaller. Even if the tomahawk is more smaller than this, it somehow actually got more damage. Sure, it didn't like cut wood like it's nothing, but definitely probably need to be sharpened. That's probably might be what it is. So I could probably know that one here. So that wraps up the Tiger USA survival knife. I'm Boy, and I'm signing out. I'll see you guys next time.